Here's the thing. I think sometimes when we say that we have a dream, we're really saying we have a wish. We're not talking about having a wish board, like, wouldn't it be great if one day that would happen, but if it didn't happen, that's cool too, but it's a wish. See, I think there's like, a dream is really more of your destiny. What are you meant to do? There's this guy, and he died and he went to heaven, and he was a big, like, Civil War buff, and he studied generals and, military strategy and all that, and he was talking to God, and he said, God, who was like the person that you created to be the most brilliant general? Which one was it? And God said, oh, that's easy, it's that guy right over there. And the man said, but wait a second, I knew that guy on earth, he was a janitor. And God said, but if he was a general. See, it was his choice that he could be all of these things, that there was this destiny for him. But most everybody that we meet does not embrace that. So I want to start with that idea of destiny. That'd be awesome if your name was Destiny, but it's okay. Okay, so let's go right here. So this is this idea, is that we have destiny, but the problem is that if we have all of those cards, somewhere over here, right? So that's where you're supposed to be. This is where we live. We have to get you from here to there. How do we do it? Okay. The problem is, I'm going to come over here. It starts with your thoughts. And then this is that wilderness. And so we move to, well, what are you thinking about? Because your thoughts, we can hear, Pam gets some really interesting messages about, hey, this isn't working, or this or that, and she'll show them to me sometimes. And then we go to their Facebook wall, and we see what they post about. Mm-hmm. And what I can tell is that their mindset is messed up. Because what they're thinking about is they're already having a loss mentality. They're already thinking that everybody's their competition. There is so much opportunity in the world for you and all your enemies to win. But you're not thinking about the right way. So what happens is we can look at your post, your words that you're using, and know everything about your mindset, because your thoughts become your words. So if you want to do it right there, yeah. Now the thing is that those words ultimately become what you do. Now what you do consistently becomes your habits. Every month, about the 28th of every month, I get a message on Facebook or Instagram that says, have you tried that crazy rap thing?
Oh my gosh.
I screen grab it, I send it to my team, and I say hashtag month end, and we all laugh about it. Because you had 700, not you, you're awesome. Not you, other people. You have 720 hours in that month, and now it's the last 72 hours, and now you message your upline, like, where am I at? Did you forget your password to your eSuite? Like, you log in and check it out. But there was not any consistency, so then there's all of this craziness, and then your spouse says, I don't know if I can take this. You're working so hard and it's not working. I'm like, you did not work that hard. You're working hard right now for like really a short period of time. And there's a lot of chaos. But there was not consistency.
Right.
So having, you could post on social media in under half an hour a day and do it consistently, and you would do really, really well in the business.
Yep.
If you just give me like 15 hours a month of your time, you would do amazing. But people won't just do 30 minutes a day. It is not consistent. You see, what you do, the other thing is, think about this when you are working with your teams. There's oftentimes what people say and what they do. Invest in what people do, not what they say. Those habits over and over. So you have one action consistently, that's a habit. You start adding several great habits. Personal development, getting up and blitzing whether you feel like it or not. Learning to become immune to failure. One of the biggest blessings that happened to me is I just learned how to be immune to failure early on. I worked in a think tank. Got pulled out of college after a couple weeks and never went back. I'd say I'm a college dropout, but I think you have to fill out paperwork for that. I didn't do that. It's okay though, it's working out.
Yeah.
I'll go back one day maybe. The thing is, those habits over time, I became immune to failure because I worked in a think tank. And what you did is you just failed every day, several times a day, because we were attempting the impossible. People said, I want to play video games over the internet. That's an impossible idea. It was not, nobody could do it. And so you just go in a room and you do it and it doesn't work. It doesn't work and it doesn't work until it starts to work.
Right.
And then you start becoming immune to failure, because what I learned in those moments is that when people say impossible, they really mean improbable. Most things are not impossible. They're just improbable. Do most businesses fail? Yeah, but it's not impossible. And when you don't give up. And so what happens is that over time, those collection of habits become your character. See, most people lose every single day. Every single day they're losing. What I realize is that the difference between lose and love is one character.
Commitment.
If I just take that S and turn it into a V, it turns it into love. And then what's inspiring is to realize I could be that character that changes somebody's story from loss to loving what they do. You know, there's some people that go in the business faster. And you say, I'm doing the same things as they are, and they go fast and I go slow. You're focusing on maybe doing the same actions. But they might have a lot of relationship equity. Because this might be the 15th thing you've tried and quit. So, you know what? No big deal. We're so good at forgiving other people and giving them grace. Like, start giving yourself that grace. Okay, fine. But don't expect that your character is matched with somebody else's character. We're all different. And we compare, that's a problem. Because ultimately, this will make that to the promised land of your destiny. Because your destiny depends on who you are, which is the habits that you create, which are the actions that you do every day, which is the words you use, which is how you think about things. What if I put that in there? Do you think it's gonna make it all the way down to the end? That's why we have to just get rid of all these things and start putting the right things in here. Start following the right leaders. It works as the best personal development program in the entire history of the world. You start putting the right things into what you think about. There's a lot of people that I get to meet that are presidential and diamond, and they don't know who got the rose or not on The Bachelor. They have no idea. They do not have time.
That's true.
Right? Like, they are not on any great level of Candy Crush. you can either crush
I
candy,
don't even have one
right?
phone for that.
Or you can live the destiny you're supposed to have. Some of you will get there a little bit faster, but it doesn't matter. That's not what the point is. The point is that you never, ever give up. Because you win when you don't quit.
Yes.
And when you start to realize is that we get to help other people win. So let's start changing our thoughts and use different words in our posts and in our life and to our teams. Think about, are my words breathing life into somebody's day? Because that was the biggest lesson I learned with my mom, is that I could not add one single day to her life, but I could add life to her day. It will change words from strategy to thoughtfulness. And that's a reflection of your mindset. You will start to do things different. Do those things different consistently. And then that is the kind of person that somebody says, they start reaching out to you and say, I want your life, I want to be on your team. Because ultimately, you get to live here. And you get to be part of a very small percentage of people that ever get to do that. But it all starts way down there.